back to our podcast, where we explore history and stories to understand important ideas that never get old. Today, we'll talk about Shakespeare's Hamlet and the American Civil War, looking at how they deal with themes like revenge, morality, leadership, and the enduring impact of conflict.
As we journey through these two distinct periods, we'll uncover how these themes have shaped societies and individuals alike.
Let's begin with the complex world of revenge, morality, and justice.
Segment 1. A tapestry of revenge, morality, and justice.
In Hamlet, Prince Hamlet wants revenge on his uncle Claudius for killing his father, but deciding how to act is complicated. He struggles between doing what he feels is right and what he thinks he must do. This kind of moral struggle has been faced by people and nations throughout history.
The American Civil War was a clash of ideologies, with the abolitionist movement demanding the moral imperative of ending slavery. The question of justice and the means to achieve it became central to the conflict.
Both Hamlet and the Civil War explored the blurred lines between justice and revenge. Is revenge a justifiable pursuit, or does it lead to a cycle of violence? The consequences of individual and collective actions are laid bare in both narratives.
Segment 2. The corrosive influence of corruption.
In Denmark, the royal court in Hamlet is full of lies, selfishness, and broken values. Claudius' greed for power shows how ambition can destroy people and society.
The Confederacy also faced corruption, with political and military leaders using the war to make money for themselves. This widespread corruption harmed the Confederacy's ability to fight and helped bring about its collapse.
Both Hamlet and the Civil War underscored the importance of accountability and the dangers of unchecked power. Corruption can erode the foundations of society and lead to catastrophic consequences.
Segment 3. The weight of leadership and the burden of duty.
Hamlet is supposed to take over the throne, but he feels stuck. He knows he should avenge his father, but he keeps delaying. This shows how hard it can be to balance what's expected of you with your own doubts and fears.
Abraham Lincoln and Jefferson Davis, the leaders of the Union and Confederacy, respectively, faced immense pressure to make life-altering decisions. Lincoln's leadership, particularly his handling of Emancipation Proclamation, is often praised for its moral clarity and strategic brilliance.
The weight of leadership can be overwhelming, as both Hamlet and Lincoln demonstrate. Leaders must often make difficult choices that have far-reaching consequences. The ability to balance personal desires with public duty is a hallmark of effective leadership.
Segment 4. The enduring impact of war.
Hamlet and the Civil War both show how war deeply affects people and communities. Whether it's personal loss or entire societies falling apart, the damage leaves a lasting mark.
The Civil War, in particular, left a lasting legacy of the American identity. The war challenged deeply held beliefs about race, slavery, and the nature of the Union.
By examining the historical and literary context of Hamlet and the Civil War, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human condition and the enduring power of storytelling.
Whether in Shakespeare's Denmark or the divided United States of the 19th century, the stories of Hamlet and the Civil War reveal something universal: the human struggle with complex emotions and more dilemmas. Both the play and the war challenge us to consider the cost of our choices. Whether in pursuit of justice, in navigating power, or in dealing with the aftermath of conflict, they remind us that history and literature are not just about events and characters. They're reflections of our struggles with identity, purpose, and morality. The lessons we draw from Hamlet's hesitations or Lincoln's resolve remind us that while the context may change, the underlying questions remain the same. How do we act with integrity in the face of adversity? How do we reconcile personal desires with the greater good? How do we move forward when the shadows of the past weigh so heavily on the present? Today, we look at the big ideas of revenge, morality, leadership, and war. By comparing Hamlet and the Civil War, we can see how these issues shape both history and people's lives.
By exploring these timeless themes, we can gain valuable insights into the human experiences and the challenges we face as individuals and societies.
Well, thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you found this analysis insightful and thought-provoking.